Hello guys, welcome on JZ Learning Classes. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you all the concepts, questions of exercise 2.5 and their solutions. So let us begin with the very first question of exercise 2.5. In this question, we have to use suitable identities to solve all the following parts, and we can see that here in case of all the three parts, part 1, part 2 and part 3 of this question number 1, we have the application of the algebraic identities x plus a and x plus b. Here we have to simplify all the given parts. So how to simplify it? Using the identity x plus a and x plus b, that is equal to x square plus a plus bx plus ab, and you can see here all the answers we have done as per the RHS side of this identity. You can see here the first term is square, then a plus b into x plus AB. So here we have the first term x and x, then the value of A 4 and value of B we have 10. So according to identity, we have set all the terms and we have solved it, and we have got the solution x square plus 14x plus 40. Similarly, we have done the part 2 and part 3 based on this identity, having the terms set according to the RHS side of this identity, and we have solved the part 2 and part 3. Now next we have the part 4 of this question, that is y square plus 32 y square minus 32. So we can see that this resembles like the identity plus b and a minus b, where we have the a square minus b square when we solve it. So we have just set the terms according to this identity, a square and minus b square. You can see here a is y square and b is 32. So this is what the solution we have got, y to the power 4 minus 1024. Now fifth part also similarly has been done, just like the fourth part, a square minus b square. Here we have the a3 and b 2x. So this is what the solution of question number 1. Question number 2, all the parts are to be done on the basis of the identity. We have to evaluate the values here without multiplying directly. So identity is x plus a and x plus b. The identity is here x square plus a plus b x plus ab, the same identity we have used in previous question. So here you can see we have 103 into 107. So we have rearranged our values as per the identity. So first binomial we have x plus a, so 100 plus 3, and the second binomial we have x plus b, so 100 plus 7. So the first term x is 100, a is 3 and b is 7, and we have set the terms according to the RHS side of the identity. So you can see the answer is 11,021, and here in the second part also the process we have applied the same process here. The value 95 is 100 minus 5 and 96 is 100 minus 4, and then according to identity we have solved it. Your a is negative and b is also negative here. So we write the bracket a plus b, so minus 5 minus 4, both the terms are negative, and we have solved it. After solving we get 9,120. So the solution is very simple, you can understand by your own. Next we have the third part. Again the process, we have the same process here, the same identity is applicable, and we have here 100 plus 4 and 100 minus 4. So the identity that we have used in previous question number 1 is a square minus b square. So 100 is square minus 4 is square. You can see here 10,000 minus 16. So answer is 9,984. Question number 3. Now we have the factorize the following using appropriate identities. So the factorization has been done here using the first part. You can see the identity is x plus y whole square. When expanded form we write it x square plus 2xy plus y square. So the factorized form is x plus y whole square. So in our question we have to set all the parts terms here according to the identity here. X square means 3x whole square, the first term. Second term you have in within the bracket, that is y, it is y itself, and then plus 2xy, 2 into first term into second term. So we have got the factorized value, that is 3x plus y whole square. So this is what, how do we write it? 3x plus y and 3x plus y, that is the factorized form. Now using identity again in the second part, we have solved it. The identity involved is here x square minus 2xy plus y square, and then we have rearranged all the terms according to identity. So you can see here 2i whole square minus 2 into 2i into 1 plus 1 square. So according to the identity, we got the terms rearranged, and then we have factorized it x minus y whole square. So that is what the factors we have here, 2i minus 1 into 2i minus 1. I hope guys you understood the all three questions which I have discussed in my previous lecture also. Now question number 4, we are supposed to expand each of the following using suitable identities. So we can see here all the terms are trinomial raised to the power 2. So we have one such identity where a trinomial is raised to the power 2, and that is x plus y plus z whole square. So x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy, 2y's and 2zx. So in my previous lectures, I have discussed about how does it come RHS side. You can refer to those identities that I have discussed in detail. So here we have the first part where we have the first term, second term and third term as the x, 2y plus 4z respectively. So we have raised all the terms to the power 2 as per the identity, then 2 times first term into second term, 2xy, then 2yz, 2y and 4z we have here, then 2, 4z into x. So according to the identity, we have the terms here, 2xy, then we have 2yz, and then we have 2zx. So according to the part we have, first part we have given here the first term, second and third term we have written here with 2 xy, 2yz and 2zx. So you can solve the next step here. We have x square plus 4y square plus 16z square plus we have multiplied to 2 times of 4, then xy, then 16yz, and then we have written 8zx. So very simple to do the first part here. Similarly, the second part also we have to set the terms according to the identity, and then we have to expand it. So you can see here the first term is 2x as per the binomial trinomial xyz. Second term we have minus y, and the third term we have z. So we have set it according to the identity, and we again simplified it. So second and the third part again on the basis of the same identity it has been solved, you can see, and all the parts are self-explanatory. You can understand by your own as well how it has been solved. Here it's very important to take care of the terms, negative terms. Whenever you have the negative terms, you put it in bracket and then rearrange it, x plus y plus z whole power 2. So this is the first term that is positive, second term is negative, and third term is also negative. So again the same is with here, first term is negative. So you need to take care of the negative terms in case of expansion of the trinomial raised to the power 2. So these two parts, third and fourth, you can understand how it has been solved, similar to the first and second part. Now next we have the fifth and sixth part. Again we have rearranged them according to the terms here, and then we have solved it. You can see the solution here in the fifth part. What we have here, solution that is 4x square plus 25y square plus 9z square minus 20xy minus 30yz and plus 12zx. So here the multiplication of integers are very important with their sign. So you need to be very strong at doing the multiplication of integers while doing such algebraic expressions and questions like this. So sixth part, again we have here the fraction value, that is 1 upon 4a, the first term. Second term is negative, that is minus half b, and then third term is 1. So according to identity, we have raised all the terms to the power 2, first term, second term and third term, then 2 times xy, 2 times first term and second term, and then similarly we have 2 times y and z, that y second term and third term, and then third term into the first term. We can say here we have rearranged according to the RHS of the identity, and we solved it. 1 by 4a square whole square becomes 1 on 16a square, then it is positive. Negative value raised to the power even times always positive value, so we have 1 upon 4b square, then plus 1, and so on. We can see the answer what we have got here. Now next we have the question number 5. We are supposed to factorize here. We need to identify The identity involved in the question, the first part you can see here, 4x square 9y square plus 16z square, 12xy minus 24yz minus 16xz. So the identity involved here, we need to identify which identity is applicable and involved. So all the terms, first three terms we can see, they are the square terms. You can say 4x square can be written as 2x whole to the power 2. So we have written 2x as the whole power 2. Then 3y square can be written as 3y whole power 2. Then 16z, here we have the negative terms also. So it's very important to identify where the terms are negative. So this will tell you which term in your trinomial will be negative. So identity involved, we understood which one is this. The previous one itself that we have done in question number 4, and then we rearranged it according to the requirement of the question. So rearrangements has been done here. You can see according to identity, we have 2 into first term into second term, then 2 into the second term into third term. So third term is negative, and you can see the third term is minus 4z, that is negative here, because both the last two values here, we have the negative values in the question part. So this is what we have factorized and rearranged it, 2x plus 3y minus 4z whole square. So this is to be written as twice. So this is what the factorized value of the first part. Similarly, the second part also very important. You might be confused regarding the root values here, but not need to be confused here. You have to solve it very confidently how to do it. So we have to just rearrange the terms. So we can see the first value, second and third. The first term of the bracket, then second term, and the third term we have here. So we have rearranged it according to the identity involved here, that we can see the first value will be minus root 2x square. Why minus root 2? Because root 2 is in the product of 2xy, 2yz and 2zx. That's why. Then we have y square. So y square we have written, then 8z square also rearranged as the root 2 z square. So 8 can be rearranged as 2 root 2. So this is why we have taken the rearrangements as the root, because we have the root values in the expanded form of the question. So this is what we have done, minus 2 root 2 xy rearranged as per the terms. 2 into first term into second term, and the first term we have minus 2x, second term y, then second term 2 times, and then third term into again 2 times third term, that is 2 root 2 z, and the first term, that is minus 2 root 2x. So this is very simple to understand how we have rearranged and how the signs are taken. It depends on the given values. Where the terms are negative, you need to understand that, and accordingly you need to take your terms, negative or positive terms. So we have factorized it. Finally, we have got the two factors here, which we have minus root 2x plus y plus 2 root 2z. Now next we have the question number 6. This is about the expansion of the question, and you can see here we have expanded it according to the identity a plus b whole power 3. So this is the RHS side of the a plus b whole power 3. The binomial raised to the power 3, we have discussed this. The all identities I have discussed, so you can watch that video again to understand it in a better way, how to use the identity and how do we get the RHS side of the identity. So here we have the sum of two terms, binomial raised to the power 3. So according to this identity, we have expanded it. So first term cube plus second term cube, then plus 3 times first term into second term, that is a and b, then bracket a plus b. You can see here a plus b. So this is what we have multiplied further. 2x raised to the power 3 becomes 8x cube plus 1, and so on. We have solved it. 3 into 2 times 6x, then 2x plus 1. So we have opened the bracket, it becomes 12x square plus 6x. This is what finally the answer we have got. So this is what the simplification of the value based on the identity. So it's a binomial raised to the power 3. Now again we have the binomial that is in difference form raised to the power 3, and the second identity here we have used a minus b whole power 3. So again the identity, you know how to use it. Raised to the first term raised to the power 3 minus second term raised to the power 3 minus 3 times first term into second term, then difference of first term and second term a minus b. So this is what you need to put the terms according to the identity, and you have to solve it. So I hope you understood both the question. how to solve it. Now question number 7, we are supposed to evaluate the following using the cubic identity here, the cube of binomials and sum of binomials and the difference of binomial we have, and they are raised to the power 3. So we have to rearrange our number according to the required identity here. So 99 has been rearranged as 100 minus 1 to the power 3. So 99 to the power 3 rearranged, and then we have the first term and the second term. First term 100, second term 1, and according to identity we have put the values and we have solved it. Similarly, we have done the second part and third part also. The rearrangements has been done as per the required identity here. The sum of two terms raised to the power 3 or the difference of two terms raised to the power 3. So I hope you understood how to solve these questions now. Next, question number 8. Again, we have to factorize based on the previous identities we have used here. Cubic identities, the cube of binomial, the sum of the two terms raised to the power 3 and the difference of the two terms raised to the power 3. So here we can see the four terms and the cubic terms are also there. A cube can be written as twice a whole power 3. Then b cube is written as it is like b cube. Then we have to rearrange these two values to these two terms and we have rearranged according to the identity. So you can see that we have got 2a plus b raised to the power 3, and the identity is the sum of the binomial raised to the power 3. So we have got the factorized value, factorized terms, and there are three factors here within the bracket. So similarly, rest of the parts has been solved on based on the identities we have used here and the previous question as well, cubic identities. So all the questions are quite simple to understand, but you need to be very confident of writing the terms and rearranging of the terms using the negative sign. That's very important. Now next we have question number 9. Here we are supposed to verify it. So verification questions, whenever we have such questions, always we solve the RHS side to bring the LHS side, or we solve the LHS to bring the RHS side. So that is what we do basically in case of verification question. So you can see here the identity that we know already is the x plus y whole power 3 is equal to x cube plus y cube plus 3xy bracket x plus y. So we have rearranged it. So if you take x cube plus y cube, if you take one side and this is to be transposed towards the left side, then it becomes x plus y whole cube minus 3xy bracket x plus y. So x cube plus y cube can be written as the difference of these two terms, x this cubic binomial x plus y cube and difference of this 3xy and x plus y. So this is what you can see. We have written x cube plus y cube in terms of this, rearrange the identity. Now then we have taken common x plus y here, x plus y taken common. So what is left here, x plus y whole square and then minus 3xy. So similarly we have solved it for the x plus y whole square, again use of the binomial raised to the power 2, and then we have rearranged it, solved it again the like terms, sum of 2xy minus 3xy, that is the sum of plus minus minus difference, both are negative, both are of different signs, so we always have the deductions of the values. So it's minus xy, so we have got the x plus y and x square minus xy plus y square. This is your what the RHS side is there. So we have started with the LHS side and we have shown the RHS side. That means we have verified our question. Similarly, the second part also we have started with the negative of difference of x minus y, difference of x minus y raised to the power 3. That's a binomial, and again the identity got rearranged and we have solved the LHS side and brought the RHS side here. So you can understand both the parts very easy to understand now, how we have to use the identity and rearrange them and verify the LHS and RHS. Now next we switch on to the next question, number 10. So question number 10 here, again we are supposed to factorize here. You can see it's a cubic value and it's also cubic value. So 27 y cube can be written as 3y whole power 3, and this could be written as 5z whole power 3. So in previous question number 9, you saw that a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b, then a square plus b square minus ab. So in previous question we can see here x cube plus y cube is equal to x plus y, x square minus xy plus y square. So this is the identity that we are using in question number 10. So here we have the cube of first value and the cube of second value. So it becomes equal to x plus y, x square plus y square minus xy. So this is what we have used the previous first part of question number 9 as the identity to solve the first part of question number 10. Similarly, the second part of the question number 9 used as the identity, cube of the first value minus cube of the second value is equal to first value minus second value, then first value square, then second value square plus first value into second value. So in the previous identity, if we see that a cube minus b cube or x cube minus b, y cube becomes x minus y, x square plus xy plus y square. So similarly, we have solved the second part of question number 10 also. That is what the identity we have used. The second part of question number 9 is taken as the identity to solve the second part of the question number 10, and the first part of 9 taken as the identity to solve the first part of question number 10. Now next we have the question number 11. We are supposed to factorize it. So this is the important identity which is involved here. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz becomes the sum of all the three terms within bracket, then x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. So here we have to rearrange all the values here. So the first term we have 3x whole to the power 3, then y power 3 and z power 3 minus 3 times first value, second value and third value, as we have in the identity 3xyz, first value, second value and third value. Now according to the identity RHS side, we have to write all the terms with as the sum of all the three values, then square of the first value 3x square, then y square, then z square, then minus xy first value into second value, then minus second value into third value, then minus third value into the first value. So according to identity, we have solved it and put all the terms, and we have got this factorized value in this question. So this question is very important, and because this is the very often this question and identity is asked in examination. So now next we have question number 11, question number 12. So here we have to verify the LHS and the RHS. So we are going to start with the LHS side. You can see that LHS side is this: x cube y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to x plus y plus z and x. So this is the identity we have done previously, right? So now your question is here how to rearrange it and simplify it. So you can see that this is your LHS side of your question, LHS side of your question. Now you started from it, you use the identity, now you are rearranging the values and terms. So what you have done, you are dividing by 2 and multiplying the 2. You divide the whole RHS side by 2 and multiply it also by 2, means we can divide or multiply by the same number, so it remains unchanged. So here we have written 1 by 2 as the division of the whole value by 2. Then multiplication by 2 means we can multiply 2 with this bracket or this with this bracket, or either we can write as into 2. So what we have done, we have multiplied 2 with all the terms of the second bracket, and you can see that we have multiplied with all the terms. So 2 has been multiplied with all the terms of the within the bracket, second bracket. So this is what we have done. Now next we have to rearrange all these values and rearrange as per the required identity. So we see that x square plus y square minus 2xy. We have split it to x square as the sum of x square plus x square, and 1x square has been taken here and 1x square is there. So we have rearranged all the terms by splitting these values and rearranging these three values. So we have the first identity involved here, x minus y whole square, then again the identity involved y minus z, and then z minus x, and then we factorized all the three brackets in this. So we have got the RHS value after factorization. This is what the RHS side of the question that we are supposed to get. So we started from the LHS side and we have reached these RHS side, and this is what the verification. Either you can solve the RHS or LHS of your question to verify to get the other side. So you can start from any side of the given question. Now, next question number 13, we have here the sum of all the three values. If zero, then we have to show that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. So we know the identity here, x cube y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to this. Here we have the first bracket as we have the value 0. So if you put 0 here, so it multiply with the second bracket and the entire value becomes 0. And then we transpond minus 3xyz towards the RHS side. So it becomes 0 plus 3xyz, and this is how we solve it, and we show that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. So for any three values, if their sum is 0, so sum of their cubes can be equal to 3 times xyz, 3 times the first value, second value, and third value. So I hope you understood this question, very important question. This often comes in your examination. Now next, question number 14. Without actually calculating the cubes, we are supposed to find out the value of each of the following. So this is what the application of the previous identity or question number 13 is here. So sum of all the three values, you can say here we have minus 1275, that is 0. So if sum of all the three values 0, the sum of their cubes remain equal to 3 times xyz, means first value, second value, and third value. So this is what we have done, 3 times the all three values here, 12, 7, and 5. So this is what we have multiplied and got the answer minus 1260. Again, similarly, the second question, sum of all the three values, we have 0. So sum of their cubes will be equal to 3 times all the three values here. So 16,380 is the answer. So both the questions, both the parts are simple to do if you understood the previous question number 13. Now question number 15, here we are supposed to find the possible expressions for length and breadth of for each of the following rectangles. Here we have been given the area of the rectangle, and we know that area of rectangle is always length into breadth. So we have the two dimensions in the area of a rectangle here, length multiplied with breadth. So the two dimensions we can obtain by factorizing it. So you can factorize by middle term splitting. So you already know how to do the factorization by using middle term splitting. I've explained that in my previous videos. You can refer that video to understand it. So we have got the two factorized value here, 5a minus 3 and 5a minus 4. So we have got the possible length to be 5a minus 3 and 5a minus 4. Similarly, the second part also has been done, and the length and breadth we have got here, 5y plus 4 and 7y minus 3. So to solve such questions, the middle term splitting identity is very important to understand. So you need to watch that video, and that need to clarify those concepts of middle term splitting. Now next we have question number 16 here. Again, we are supposed to write the possible expressions for the dimensions of the cuboids whose volumes are given below. So below we have the two parts, first and second, the volumes are already given. So we know that the possible dimensions for the cuboid, we have length, breadth, and height. So we have here length, breadth, and height as the dimensions of the cuboid. So we have to factorize. We have factorized the first part, that is 3x is the common value. So 3x we have taken common, then x minus 4 is within the bracket. So we can say that the possible dimensions are 3 as the length, breadth as the x, and the height as the x minus 4. So this is what we have got, the three dimensions. And the second term, second part that we have to use here, solve here. So we can say that k is common, and all the values are divided by, coefficients are divided by 4. So HCF we got in all the three terms, that is 4k. So 4k is taken as the common value, then what is left out is written in the bracket, 3y square plus 2y minus 5. So now again we have to use the middle term splitting method, and then we are supposed to factorize it. So we have factorized it, and we have split it 2y in two parts, 5y minus 3y, and taken common as y and then minus 1. So we have got the factorized value of this, 3y plus 5 and y minus 1. So all the possible dimensions that we have, length has 4k, breadth has 3y plus 5, and the height we have y minus 1. So this is how we solve the such questions where we have the algebraic expressions given as the volume, and the factorization is the concept involved here. So guys, I hope you understood all the questions very well, and you can watch the video again if you have any doubt and clarity. If you require more, you can watch it again and again, and you can do practice of more such questions from different sources, from different books, and keep learning, keep practicing. So I assume you all understood it. Now next, thank you everybody. We have the end of this video now. If you have not liked the video, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe the channel so that next time you can easily approach my next video. So thank you guys. Keep watching JJ Learning classes. Keep learning. Thank you. Thank you so much.